Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin Cash. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Zooming into the daily chart, you can see we're printing some sort of a channel down pattern. If we take the parallel channel indicator, we can set this up and you can see we're breaking out of it already, and usually that's what happens with channel down patterns. They're broken to the upside. I was expecting a bounce off the 20 MA before we started breaking out of this, but you can see we're starting to move to the upside, and I don't know if we're going to be printing a lower high here, and maybe we'll get a bearish divergence of some sorts on the RSI, because we already have a massive bearish divergence here and we're seeing the effects of that, but we're still very overbought on the daily RSI. So I do think there's ways to go before we can officially start buying back into Bitcoin Cash. Some people in the last video said that $175 is not possible, and for those of you, I just want to show you what kind of a pullback that is. So $175 puts us right over there from that high that we printed on at the end of June down to $175. That's a 46.5% pullback. That is a very healthy pullback in a move like this. I don't think that is unimaginable. What we can also do is set up a Fibonacci retracement here from the top to the bottom here and see where the golden retracement is going to be at, and you can see the 0.5 is going to be sitting exactly at $176, which is roughly where we're expecting Bitcoin Cash to come back down to. Yeah, this is what I'm expecting, because you have to see some sort of a retracement after an impulsive move like this, especially considering that this is a higher cap altcoin. You've done a 3x in just a few weeks. You should see a pullback. We've done already what was this, a 24% pullback, but that's nothing. I do expect a stronger pullback. We need the EMAs to get back together because they are very overextended from each other. So $175 is where I would set some buy limit orders. You can even do 177.3 just to be safe. Don't have round numbers in your buy orders and your sell orders, but this is the expectation right now. The RSI should come back down lower. This is not something that you want to be buying at these prices. Like I said, you could see a short-term pump, a short-term bounce off the 20 MA maybe, but eventually I would expect us to come back down to the 55 EMA on the daily at the very least, and with that I would expect to lose it after a short while, and retesting the 0.5 on the fib is the final goal here. Obviously we could even go lower, but mission is going to be accomplished as soon as we touch the 0.5, because that's what we're looking at here, a 50% pullback from that, or a 50% drop. If you take this entire move as 100%, then the 50% mark is going to be the 50% mark is going to be all the way here at the 0.5 at $175. So that's it for the daily chart. If we zoom out a bit, you can see that this move was really strong, and usually when you have these strong moves to the upside, you tend to come back down, guys. Look at this move from July 2022 into August. You did have a pullback afterwards. So I think this is the summer pump for Bitcoin Cash. I think the pump has played out and we're just going to be coming back down. And this was all due to a exchange listing, I think. I'm pretty sure it was an exchange listing. And this is why we had this pump. So this is definitely not something that's sustainable over a long period of time. Now, switching over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, it looks even more crazier when you look at the sideways channel that we've been in since June 2022. We can see that we bounced off of the support 3 times. We had 2 touches off of the resistance, technically 3, and then we had this massive breakout. And this is what I'm expecting for Chainlink as well, because we've been in a sideways channel for more than a year at this point. And if we start rallying and the altcoins start pumping like crazy, Chainlink could absolutely see a strong move to the upside, kind of like Bitcoin Cash over here. So with a pullback like this, I would be expecting a retracement back to the 20 EMA and the 55 EMA, because if we get a bullish cross here, that's good, but we need to see a retracement for a healthy continuation, because if you continue pumping and you go into this parabola, you're just going to dump even harder. So I would expect a healthy retracement back to the 1.272 here on this fib. If you take a look at the fib that we have set up here from the swing high in May 2021 down to the swing low that we printed in February 2022, we retested the 1.618 multiple times. We broke above the 1.414, which was our resistance, and we broke above the 1.272, and we retested this previous resistance or previous support as resistance. As you can see, we had this trading range here. We came all the way back up there, retested that, and now we're looking at a move to the downside. So even going as low as $141 is not out of the realm of possibilities. So just because you like Bitcoin Cash does not mean it isn't going to pull back like the rest of the altcoins. Taking a look at the weekly RSI, this is just crazy. The RSI is sitting at 73 on the index, and I would be expecting a move all the way back down to this purple trend line. This is what has been holding us since July or even June 2022, and we've seen 3 bounces off of that area, and I would be expecting another one sometime in the next month or so, or maybe 2 months once we have the pullback. The stochastic is also sitting very high above the index of 80, or actually 77. So I would say this is where you should be taking profits, or should have been taking profits. You still have a bit of time because you did pump to $320, but you're sitting at $273. And from where we are right now back to $180, that's a 32 or 34.5% pullback. So you can sell here, buy back 34.5% cheaper, and that's going to be a very nice swing trade. You can see we did get a bit of volume coming in here, so that's always good to see. So if we get the bullish cross, like I said, the 20 EMA has to hold us as support. Other than that, if that doesn't happen, I think we're even possibly coming back down into the purple block here. And that should conclude this video. Like I said, I'm not an ultra bear, nor am I an ultra bull, but I'm just seeing on the charts, seeing this impulsive move, and it's not bringing a lot of confidence for a continuation, because unhealthy uptrends like this are probably going to end up with a dump. So I want to thank you all for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of Bitcoin Cash. Hopefully you learned something useful, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.